Hey, South Bay. I'm Jeff Pollard at Jeff Pollard 11 on Instagram. We have another exciting episode with another exciting guest. She might look familiar because we're doing Hey, what's new? What have you been up to, Tiff? Who are you? What are you about? Tell us what the update is in your world.
Well, in case you guys don't know who I am, my name's Tiffany. Probably originally it was Tiffany Garcia, but now it's Mitchell.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's been a while. I just kind of officially did the name change. And I'm the owner of Black Raven Tattoo in downtown Torrance.
Okay.
And it's been a while, but what we have been up to is consistent tattooing and having a lot of fun with the Downtown Torrance Association. Since you last saw us, I don't know what year that was, but
a few years ago.
Yeah, we've been voted Best of the South Bay multiple years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
So, yay, thank you for our votes. We've just been kind of acquiring more artists, so we have a bigger staff. We have a lot more styles of art to offer. Everybody specializes in something very specific. So we have pretty much an equal balance between male and female, so whichever you're more comfortable with or whichever style you like.
Now, if we were coming into the business, tattoos, obviously, anything else? Piercing, something I don't know about, like?
Yes, actually, okay, so there's a couple of things that we do that's not in the typical wheelhouse of most tattoo shops.
Ooh.
So some people do, and you've probably heard of it. And people kind of always asking, like, I don't know anything about it, so we're always trying to educate people on that. But we do have the means and the facility and the way, or the machinery and everything that we need in order to sterilize human cremains. So if you've lost a family member or someone close to you, a loved one, or even a dearly departed pet, and you want to get a memorial tattoo.
It's a fun, lively place here. So if you want to do cremation, or if you have a cremated remains of a loved one, you can put it embody it in your body? You can have a tattoo version of it?
Yes, you could take the ink, you could take the ashes that you have and we'll actually sterilize them to make them safe and sterile.
Yeah.
We can process that. We'll include it into the ink and use that ink for that tattoo. So if you're getting a pet portrait or in loving memory of or something and you want to wear that person with you forever, we make it safe so that you can.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So I guess like keywords is, obviously your loved ones, and they're going to make it as safe as possible for you. So
absolutely, yeah, because we don't know exactly from, the process of when they are recovering them, like who's handled them and how sterile or safe they could be for an open wound type thing,
That's a good point.
Yeah, so we want to make sure everything's very safe.
Okay, now we talked about things behind the camera, and the other one that kind of caught me also was, black light tattoo. You do that.
UV ink, yes.
UV, okay.
It is something you make sure your artist is very experienced at because it's completely different than your typical tattoo ink. But UV ink is super fun, and if you go to clubs a lot or you hang out at Disneyland and you want like an invisible tattoo that only shows up with the UV ink, like we could totally do that. If you want to pause it, I could stop them. I could tell them to be quiet. So the UV ink is very pale. It's not heavily opaque, and when you shine the light on it, then it reacts. We incorporate it in regular tattoos, so maybe a little bit of it kind of reacts and glows. So I've done a lot of spooky tattoos where you want maybe a glowing jack-o'-lantern, so we'll put a little bit in there. Or you have a magical Zelda tattoo and you want it to look magical, we could put little sparkles, and only the sparkles will react to the UV ink.
That's crazy. So if you go on, I think, the Haunted Mansion ride or Roger Rabbit ride or one of those few, you'll pop.
Yeah, or the Oogie Boogie Halloween bash. There's black light everywhere. All your tattoos are only going to light up and glow. And one of the things no one's got yet, but I was hoping they do, was the vintage hand stamp from Disneyland. And it used to have a character's name or a street, like Buena Vista or Goofy. And the ink is so pale, it's really not noticeable, but when you put the UV light or the black light on it, it would definitely show up and be very reminiscent to
Sure.
a time, long gone. A lot of people, the Disney adults.
I was gonna, yeah.
Yeah, Disney adults who want any memorabilia, like we'll do that too, which is, I think, is a really cool, fun thing to do. I have a few friends telling me like, hey, I'm gonna come and get that Disney stamp. You get to pick the character you want, and it looks just like the original, the little stamp that they would put on you, but it's permanent and forever, and you only see it with the black light. It's not like really vibrant or bright. It's actually invisible. We have some invisible ink that you see nothing until you put the black light on it.
And let's hope that you can go to Disneyland and just be like, can I get readmitted, please?
They don't do that anymore. So it's just for nostalgia. I know. I mean, maybe if you have a favorite club and you bring that symbol,
All right, now I want us to quickly tell me about this other one that we talked about, which is rituals. Please quickly tell us about that one will sound really cool too.
So, not many artists that I know of, maybe one other artist does this, and it's not even every artist here in the shop. It would just probably be me, and I could coach another artist if you need to, but we do ritual tattoos, which is not necessarily taking some random design and running around and acting crazy, but I will take your intentions, desires, wishes, goals, something about yourself that's very personal that you really want to empower yourself with as like a daily reminder of this new part of you, or it's something you need to work on. And this is like a spiritual boost in order for you to kind of continue on that path. So I would charge crystals on a specific occasion, a specific type of full moon, or if we're having a rain or something to charge them. And then of course they're sterilized, so it's sterile. I'd put the crystal incorporated into the ink for you, create a custom sigil with that desire or manifestation that you want to follow or pursue. And we do a whole personalized ritual. So the crystal type is specific to your desires. We'll burn a custom candle specific to whatever manifestation is needed to coincide with that desire or goal that you have. It's a full ritual. It takes quite some time for maybe a little tiny tattoo.
I love it.
But it's not for everybody, but for some people who need it, like we'll take this extra time and there's no additional cost. You get to keep everything. You have the crystal to keep with you. One I have to dispose of because it was contaminated with ink and blood. And the candle burns its way through during the tattoo. The sigil is eventually burned and the energy released into the universe, and you wear the only one, and it's only for you. No one else knows, no one will understand it, only you, and it's very personalized. A lot of people will get that in kind of a inconspicuous place on their body.
Oh my god, I love it. Well, thank you so much. First off, I just want to mention, I love the fact that her employees and her friends and all that are so lively in the background, and I'm happy the phone rang because she's busy. It's cool. And so Black Raven Tattoo, thank you so much, Tiffany.
Yeah, no
thank
problem. I appreciate you coming by.
Yeah, those cool new things. So if you want a UV one, a regular tattoo, if you want to do a ritual one, please check it out. That's awesome. All right, take care, everybody. Hey everybody, I have some exciting news. I wrote another kid's book, Uncle Duncle. I drew the pictures, I wrote the story. Please support, I'd really appreciate it. I also wrote The Giraffe and the Lion. That's another one, so collect them all if you have kids or if you don't. It's just a fun read. Really appreciate it. Take care, everybody.